my friends from Hollywood Studios. Tonight, the mission is all about vibing out as hard as possible. I did that already, catching Slinky Dog Dash just as the lights were going down, and it was awesome. That ride just is phenomenal at night. And then, next up, it is the time for Sunset Season's Greetings, which I haven't seen since 2019, so I'm super excited about that. And Fantasmic is back with a bunch of new additions. So I invite you to come along. Let's go vibe out as hard as possible. And as you can see, the vibes are very alive here tonight at Hollywood Studios. Don't know how long we're going to have to wait ahead of time to catch Fantasmic, but in the meantime, we can start making our way to Sunset Boulevard. And with me tonight is a guest I have not had on for many times. It's been a while. It's Ashley, Pixie and Magic. Let's get her in focus here. Yeah, there she is. So, yeah, she's down to join me in all this merriment here tonight, and I am super excited. Which actually, we're coming up here on the Trolley Car Cafe, and they have a gingerbread man. I love gingerbread. It's probably not as good as the one that you can get at the Grand Californian, but it's gonna do all right for tonight. All right, here we are, the Starbucks. I wonder how bad this is gonna be, and where the heck are the gingerbread Mickeys? I found what we're looking for here. I hope they have some available, because sometimes they do run out. And here is the Mickey gingerbread cookie as we finally make our way here down Sunset Boulevard. I can see that the show has not started just yet, but hopefully we'll get to see some Snope as well. This was one of my favorite parts of being here for the holidays in 2019. So while I sat down to have the gingerbread cookie, the projection show started on Tower of Terror. Going back to the cookie though, it had more the consistency of like a molasses cookie than like one of those kind of crispy gingerbread cookies that you might have if you're actually making them yourself. But still, the taste was there. You could taste the spices and all that stuff. But I'm gonna go over closer to Tower of Terror here and check out all the. They're doing the Toy Story one now, so just watch. It literally just ended as I was trying to turn the camera around, but you can see that there's Snope falling. It's very small and hard to see, isn't it? But you can kind of see it if I point us at the light. Oh, here comes the next one. I think it's funny timing, but great timing that I managed to catch the Muppets one with Swedish Chef is hilarious, but if you notice, it's all gingerbread as well. We got a theme. But I don't know if you overheard, or maybe I didn't keep the clip in, but Fantasmic 7:30, completely full by 7:20. However, I saw people lining up for the good seats at like 5:15. Insanity. Snope is officially falling. Ah, man. This is what I needed. Look at this. Just look. Who knew soap could make some person so happy when they're in Orlando, in front of Tower of Terror, having gingerbread. It's nice. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the line, if there's any, for the 9 o'clock Fantasmic. I wonder if anybody's crazy enough to wait an hour and a half, but let's get some views of this Snope. Ashley! You enjoying the snow?
I love it!
This is so nice. So that was it for the show, huh? It's got to cycle again.
Yeah, and then it'll start up again.
All right, well, I think we'll watch this one more time and then figure out where else we're headed. So I want to get one more snack before we have to inevitably get into line for Fantasmic pretty ahead of time. We're going to head over here to the ABC Commissary. They have one more holiday treat that caught my eye. So I walked this all the way back here to Sunset Boulevard. This show has not gone on again, unfortunately, but it was snoping for just a little bit. I had to dodge the snope because otherwise it would get onto this, which I don't think I mentioned. It's called the Reindeer Moose, and then the drink next to it is called Christmas on the beach. Which bar was this at?
On the Brown Derby.
At the Brown Derby bar, which closes at 8 apparently, which is a bummer.
We made this in time.
Looks like the first showing of Fantasmic has let out. I was wondering why I was dodging so many people on Sunset Boulevard. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't imagine what it's going to be like for the 9 o'clock, which is the one that we're waiting for. Unfortunately, I chose the wonky chair. But the Reindeer Moose is delicious. Christmas on the beach is really good. It has like coconut and pineapple and rum, and those are wonderful combinations. But I have gone 2 out of 2 tonight with snacks. That makes me absolutely ecstatic. And then the only thing left to do is to watch Fantasmic after all of its new updates and stuff, which surprisingly I have not been spoiled on too much, except for seeing a couple of my photography friends that I follow on Instagram here and there. So I know like what's there, but I haven't seen a video or anything like that. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Sorry for the lack of a spoiler warning, but once you get to the center of the Reindeer Moose, there is a whole lot of some other kind of chocolate waiting for you. So we got in line at 8:10, and then the line started moving at 8:30 and promptly stopped moving at like 8:35, and this is how far we got. Oh my goodness, I did not remember this walk being this long.
For your convenience,
oh my goodness. Like this place is so far. There's an announcement going on, but this place is so far out that they had us build their own restrooms and stuff out here.
Are we recording?
We're recording.
Fantastic! 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
It's
away.
almost time, but yeah, they're 10 minutes behind, I guess. Because it must take a lot for the 7:30 show, and then they have to like reset the whole thing and then bring everybody in and seat the whole thing again. Ops definitely has their work cut out for them doing stuff like that. And also, I'm in this wonderful light that blows my face out.
We have
that's lovely.
Great
I look
location.
great.
Like you guys run great photos.
Oh yeah, I'll show you the spot that I'll be shooting from. So there's everybody over there in the middle. I'm somewhere around here, house left. So I think from what Ashley's been telling me, I'll have a good view of like Moana and the Elsa section, and definitely for when Steamboat Willie comes by. So wow, that was a lot to take in. A lot of sections of it, yes, were similar to the old one, which I saw once in 2017. And then funnily enough, the Disneyland one I've seen like 4 or 5 times now. And obviously the biggest thing between the two of those is that they don't use the ships from Rivers of America, like with a pirate section or any of that. Here, they added like this medley of like characters just, I don't know, going off for a little while. So like there was a section with Moana, a section with Elsa, a section with Aladdin. I honestly would have loved to see more of that and less of the screens where the villains, like maybe they have too many villains and they just show up, they kind of heckle Mickey for a while, then and they just one after another do that, then things happen, and then they come back laughing and tell me why Scar just kind of does this roar that lasts a weird amount of time, and then they all laugh, and then more things happen, and then they all have to one after another like die, I guess, or go away from however they were summoned. Very peculiar. I think I would have enjoyed more of that medley of characters and maybe to focus on just like a few villains so that they could have more of a spotlight and just their little time and place in the show, you know?
It was great. Fantastic was great.
Yeah, she was doing awesome. She was singing along.
Oh yeah,
kind of yelling in parts.
Vibing.
Yeah.
Hey! But yeah, it definitely was. So it was good. It was
but
good.
The main thing was we were close enough that we did get wet, and it was I had a heck of a time with doing this, with setting up the going between zoom lens and my regular like 24-70, and also trying to get photos. So if you noticed in my montage, there were no photo or video. There was no video of Steamboat Willie after it came around. It's because I made some promises about trying to grab photos because I have a zoom lens that can push a little bit more digitally, so I can get some decent photos. So I made some promises to some of the characters on the ship, and so that's kind of what I was doing, and that's why that gap is there. Compared to Disneyland, I hate to kind of tread that territory, but obviously the thought comes to me. I feel like it's hard to compare, like, because of the way it's situated in Disneyland, and it feels kind of casual, where this has like this crazy dedicated space. I don't know. I think both of them, I think this one now is at the quality that Disneyland has been at. I will say that much. I really enjoy a lot. I wish there was a little bit more going on in the front. So far, I think here at Hollywood Studios, it was only the monkeys, the couples that went by, of which there was one missing. You noted that, right, Ashley? That there was like...
During which part?
When the couples...
Oh yeah, Belle and Beast, they were missing during this performance. Usually they're always there.
And it's only the three of them usually?
Yeah, it's Ariel and Eric, Snow White and her Prince, and yeah, Belle.
Okay, so apparently there's only three couples. I remember there also being Flynn and Rapunzel over at Disneyland. Yeah. I think they do, so 2 and 2, how they go opposite ways. Yeah. So either way though, it's there's only like small comparisons like that to make other than the big ship, but I wish there was a little bit more that floated by. It felt like there was a lot of screen time, and that meant a lot of time for us to get wet, which may be why I'm being a little critical of it right now. Otherwise, I know that I'll be back to see that again. That Moana part had me like, it was so good. It was so good. Like that she actually got in the water and walked around it, and then the transitions with Elsa. It's all the new stuff. Had me super hyped. Anyway, so I think that is mission accomplished here for Hollywood Studios and just vibing as hard as possible. So I will say thank you so much. Before you, if you want to throw that ring light on, or if you want me to just sit here next to you on the fountain, thank you, Ashley, for joining me once again. It's good to hang out with you for a little while.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
It's been a little while.
I know, it's been a minute.
But it's
especially
good.
since I've been on the blog. But
For sure. I mean, she's been working hard. You can go check her out at Pixie and Magic, right? There's no special characters, so at Pixie and Magic, you can check her stuff out. She's doing all sorts of like, I don't know, what are you up to these days? Tell me.
Still lots of park fun, a lot of styling, Disney bounding. You're just having a good time, whether inside or outside the Disney parks.
All right, my arm got a little tired on that one, but definitely check out Ashley's stuff over on Instagram, TikTok, what have you. As for all of you at home, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye.